Welcome back to the 99 percentile. If you're looking to get an 800 on the SAT math portion or just to increase your score, this is the exact place and this is where you should be. Just trust me with the process. Okay, so the first tip, let's just get into it. The first tip is to use Desmos. I cannot emphasize this enough, but Desmos is so crucial when it comes to acing the SAT math portion. So in order to highlight that fact and exemplify it, I picked out two examples directly from the College Board, and we're just going to get right into them. In the given equation, S and R are constants and S is greater than 0. If the equation has infinitely many solutions, what is the value of S? Provide a little bit of context. This question is deemed as hard by the College Board, meaning that lots of students do not solve it, and what we're going to do is solve it in basically under a minute. So you're just going to see how we do this. Alright, like I mentioned before, we're going to first pull up Desmos. Okay, so here's Desmos. This is kind of the view that you're going to get on test day as well. So we're going to simplify it just to make it easier for us. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 28 divided by 4 is 7. Remove the denominator. And then S over 13 remains the same. And if you've looked at my previous math videos, you know that in order for the two sides to be equal, the slopes have to be equal. And in this case, R is the slope, since R times X provides the mx. So m is equal to R, which is equal to the slope, and the slopes have to be the same. This side, the slope is 3, so the slope is 3. And then the next portion is we're just going to try to graph it. Unfortunately, it says that we only support implicit equations of x and y, meaning that we have to change the s to y. Changing the s to y doesn't do anything other than just changing the letters. And then we zoom out to see if perhaps we have an answer anywhere. Oh, and we do. Alright, so 403 is equal to y, which is equal to s. Boom, we found the answer. Very quick, very simple. Okay, the next question, again, this is directly from the College Board, and it's a hard question. Have a system of equations. We are putting that systems of equations into Desmos, just typing them in, graphing them, and the solution is where the two lines intersect, or where they cross over each other, which is at this point 5, 1.5. This is in the form of x, y, so y is 1.5, and boom, we have found the answer once again. So the second piece of advice that I want to provide is to use the SAT question bank. So what this question bank is, it's a compilation of different questions that the College Board expects to see similar questions on the actual exam. So this is kind of like the best way to get real possible questions. Perhaps the numbers are the only things that are going to be mixed around. So in order to find this, you're going to open up a new tab and search up SAT question bank. Alright, and here is the link, Home SAT Suite Educator Question Bank. If you click on it, it's going to take you and direct you towards the questions. So you click on Find Questions. There's also other options for tests. We're going to do math. We're going to do geometry, so we're just looking at those. And let's look at a hard question. Here's the question. It's a hard question. Click on this. We get the rationale / the explanation and the correct answer. I cannot emphasize how crucial this is. By knowing the rationale, this is basically telling you how the test creators were thinking while creating the question. And by knowing how they are thinking, you know how they want you to solve the questions in the most easy way possible. I'm not going to lie, some of the explanations are pretty long, but they're pretty simple, so if you just read through and be patient, you'll definitely figure out a lot of new things. Okay, and the third piece of advice, this one is pretty common these days, but it's very crucial, which is keeping a logbook. And this can seem super wasteful at times, especially when you are using the time to create the logbook, but it's super useful in the long run. So the way that I like to organize my logbook is very personalized to me, but I'll just go ahead and share it with you. So I like to start off with the question that I missed. In math specifically, I write down the question. The second thing is the skill or concept that I missed. And then the third thing is how I'm not going to miss that skill or concept or a question like that again in the future. Okay, the fourth step is to ask questions in the comments section of the 99th percentile. So all the videos have a designated section for comments, and I'm going to take the time to answer every single question that is in the comments section. So this can range from, questions about how to study in general, or maybe a specific practice problem you ran into that you don't get. I can help you solve that in a way that is super timely and efficient. Yeah, so all those, and make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. If we're not getting enough likes and subscribes, I probably won't be posting anymore, just because I want to make sure that the videos have an impact on the community. So if they're not, I can definitely try to veer in a different direction. But thank you so much.